Lights up, cars down, we're running for gold. Rod or a slab, now watch it explode. Chop corners, clean lines, ready to rise. We don't chase luck, we strategize. Super slabs collect and turn cardboard into legends. Like and subscribe, let's ride.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Super Slabs Collecting, the place where we talk about smart flips, smart collecting, and how to grow your bankroll without lighting it on fire like a rookie on release day. Today we're talking PSA submissions. I just pulled the trigger on sending 4 cards in, and I'm going to break down every single one. What I paid, what they're worth as a Gem 10, why I bought them, and what I'm expecting to get back. No fluff, just the numbers and the reasoning behind every decision. Now before I get into the cards, real quick, I also picked up a few cards that did not make this batch. And I'll talk about those at the end too, because honestly, that part of the process matters just as much as what you do send in. Alright, first card. Honestly, this one might be my favorite of the batch. 2025 Topps Chrome number 251 Cooper Flagg Pulsar. I bought this one raw for $137.50. PSA grading cost me $64.99. I went with a 35-day turnaround on this one. Why? I'll tell you in a minute. As a PSA 10, this card is sitting at $750 to $900. A PSA 9 drops down to around $240. The gem rate is sitting at 40% with 244 10s already in the pop report. Now the 40% gem rate, I want to address that directly. If you're brand new to the hobby, 40% might feel low. And honestly, starting out, that probably should be your floor. I definitely wouldn't go lower than that when you're learning. But I'm not brand new, so you're going to see me take some calculated risks in this video. Okay, so I went with a 35-day turnaround instead of the cheaper option because this card, if it hits a 10, is worth over $500. That's the threshold for me. Faster turnaround, more value protection. And here's the thing. Cooper Flagg is hot right now. The kid is only going up. By the time this comes back to me, I'm hoping to crack 1,000. But even if I let it go for 800 to 900, that's still an easy, clean flip. Everyone is looking for Flagg right now. This one feels like a no-brainer. Card number 2. The 2025 Panini Prizm number 332 Jaxson Dart White Disco. I paid $78.99 raw. The PSA cost was another $64.99. Again, 35-day turnaround, and timing is the reason. PSA 10 on this one is $650 to $750. PSA 9 drops to $150 to $175. The gem rate is 46% with 75 10s in the pop. Now, I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not a Jaxson Dart believer long term. The hype on him is through the roof right now. And in my experience, that kind of hype has a shelf life. Once the season kicks off and reality sets in, I expect the market to cool off significantly. But I got this card under $80. The entry point is low, the card is super clean, the gem rate is solid, and I have a window to flip it before the season starts. That's the play. Get it, grade it fast, sell it into hype, and move on. I'm not marrying this card. I'm dating it for a few months and then I'm out. Card number 3, and this is the gamble of the batch. I want to be transparent about that. 2025 Topps Chrome number 278 Hugo Gonzalez Gold Pulsar number out of 50. I paid $157.50 raw. PSA cost on this one was $49.99. Honestly, it's going to be a tough grade. 0 PSA 10 sold, 0 PSA 9 sold. Out of 7 submitted, not a single one has come back as a Gem 10. That's the reality. So why did I buy it? A few reasons. First, I got it below the last 2 sales. I bought under comp. Second, Hugo Gonzalez is a young rookie having a great year in a big market team. There's room to grow here. Third, if this card does hit a 10, I think I can get close to 800, maybe more. The upside is real. Here's what I'll say to anyone who's watching that's just starting out. Don't do this. Don't take a shot on a card with a pop report that looks like this when you're starting out. But I'm not just starting out, and if this one doesn't work the way I hope, it's not going to wipe out my bankroll. The upside justifies the risks for where I am right now. And the 4th card, and I'll be honest, this is the weakest play of the 4, 2024 Panini Don Russ Optic number 248 Jayden Daniels Hollow. I paid $44.88 raw. PSA cost was $49.99. PSA 10 is sitting around 200. PSA 9 drops to 50. Gem rate is 28%. Why would I ever buy a card like this? And the answer is you shouldn't. This was an early buy for me when I was still figuring out my system. I did a whole video on Jayden Daniels and the upside I see. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. But the short version is, his cards took a hit early after an injury-filled season. I think that's temporary. I believe as preseason hype builds, this card has room to run towards $400, maybe more. The reason I sent it in is this card is clean, but it's not perfect. I almost didn't send this one in. I'm being real with you, this was the last minute decision on the batch. But the price point was low enough that the risk is manageable and I believe in the player long term. Before I wrap up, let's talk about the ones that didn't make this batch, because this is something nobody talks about enough. I picked up 2 Drake May cards, a pink Prizm and a purple shock Prizm, both from 2024 Panini Don Russ Optics rated rookies. I paid $35 and $44 respectively. Both had real upside, but when they showed up, the condition wasn't where it needed to be to justify sending them in. So both of them are going to sit right until the season starts and then sell them raw. Sometimes that's the right call. I also picked up a James Wood 2025 Topps Cosmic Chrome Stars in the Night. I paid $40.99. This one is borderline and I'm still thinking about it. It didn't make this batch, but it might make the next one. I haven't closed the door on it yet. And that's the game. Not every card you buy gets submitted. Knowing when not to send something in is just as important as knowing when to pull the trigger. That's the full breakdown. 4 cards, real numbers, real reasoning. I'm not here to tell you every submission is going to be a home run. Some of these might not work out the way I hope. But every decision I made I can defend. And that's how you build a bankroll over time. If you got value out of this, the like button's right there. Hit it. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming up next. And as always, Super Slab collectors don't guess, we calculate. See you in the next one.
Lights up, cars down, we're running for gold. Rod a slab, now watch it explode. Chop corners, clean lines, ready to rise. We don't chase luck, we strategize. Super Slabs collecting, turn cardboard into legends. Like and subscribe, let's ride.